The Biden family is the most corrupt political family in American history. I can prove it. Joe Biden is terrified that you are about to hear the truth. I'm Donald Trump Jr. I'm the son of the President of the United States. I understand the pressure of being a prominent member of the First Family. Trust me, I've gone through it all. That's why I can say with absolute confidence that Joe Biden's son, Hunter, is one of the most unethical humans in political history. Let me say first that I'm not here to attack Hunter Biden on his personal issues. I don't want to talk about how Hunter Biden was discharged from the Navy Reserve for testing positive for cocaine. I won't do that. I will not bring up Hunter Biden fathering a child with a sex worker at the same time he was dating his late brother's wife and then refusing to pay child support until a court ordered him to. The corruption in Hunter Biden extends beyond ethical concerns. It's potentially criminal. Don't just take my word for it. The U.S. Senate recently released an in-depth investigation into the Biden family corruption. You may not have heard about it because our media is actively trying to cover it up. Here's what they found. Hunter Biden leveraged his father's political power to sell out the United States of America to our enemies and enrich himself and the Biden family. Hunter Biden used Air Force Two to travel to China with his father for business meetings with top communist Chinese officials. Hunter founded and sat on the board of a private equity firm that raised $1.5 billion from the Chinese government via the state-owned Bank of China. Hunter was involved with communist Chinese nationalists who gave the Bidens millions in exchange for access to American companies that produced technology with our military. In 2014, Vice President Joe Biden took the lead on policy in the Ukraine. At the same time, Hunter Biden joined the board of a Ukrainian energy company where he made $83,000 a month. Around the same time that a Ukrainian prosecutor began an investigation into the levels of corruption at Hunter Biden's company, Joe Biden was threatening to withhold U.S. aid to Ukraine if that very prosecutor was not immediately fired from his job. The prosecutor was fired. In a speech to the Council on Foreign Relations, Joe Biden actually bragged about how he got that prosecutor fired by effectively blackmailing the Ukrainian government with taxpayer money.
If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money.
But Ukraine and China are just the beginning of the Biden family corruption. My father and I were famously investigated for Russia collusion. We, of course, did not collude with Russia and were fully exonerated. But do you know who was bought and paid for by the Kremlin? Hunter Biden. In 2014, Hunter Biden received a $3.5 million wire transfer from Elena Butyera, the wife of the former mayor of Moscow, who also happened to be one of Vladimir Putin's closest associates. Horrifyingly, according to a report from the U.S. Senate, Hunter Biden paid off women from Russia and other Eastern European countries that are directly linked to prostitution and human trafficking rings. It's not just Hunter getting rich off of Joe Biden's connections. Joe Biden's brother, James Biden, launched a healthcare company, AmeriCorps, that was later raided by the FBI after he fraudulently transferred over $500,000 from the company into his own bank account. James Biden also joined Hillstone International to secure a contract to build 100,000 homes in Iraq. Minor details. He'd never built a home in his life before. Maybe this is why everyone in the Biden family seems to have gotten filthy rich off of Joe's public service. Joe and Jill Biden have an estimated net worth of over $9 million. Hunter Biden and Jim, do you know what the fees are on just an investment of $1.5 billion like the one they took from China? In a typical fund, there's a 2% fee structure and 20% of the profits. The 2% fee of $1.5 billion is $30 million a year from the Chinese government. Quite a bankroll for regular old Scranton Joe and his working class family. The dark and complex interlacings of corruption within the Biden family has now been exposed with this incriminating investigation by the United States Senate. Did the Bidens' financial entanglements impact U.S. foreign policy? Of course they did. But did they care? Of course not. That was the plan all along. The Bidens didn't care about putting American national security at risk with criminal conduct and threats of extortion. They cared about getting rich off their public office. Fortunately, Americans are waking up, and they're not going to give the corrupt Bidens public office. We need someone who will put the interests of the American people over the interests of themselves. And that person is my father, Donald J. Trump. Without a doubt, the Biden family is the most corrupt family in American history. Let's end their corruption once and for all in November.
Turning Point Action is responsible for the content of this advertisement.